Hello everyone, welcome to Low-Code FX. We are going to add loading skeleton. So instead of using a rotating loader, we can utilize this skeleton. So we are going to implement that in the admin screen. Over here, we have 3 containers. One is for title and project and user. So let's utilize this container, project container. And here we have a filter container and the gallery container. Okay, let me add a image over here. I need 2 images. Yeah, we need 1 image in the gallery container. Perfect. For these 2 images, I'm going to refer these 2 controls. So this is the width will be this control dot width, and height will be this control dot height. Now let's refer to this icon, control C, width dot width, and height will be dot height. Yeah, so we have exactly same height and width for these controls. And in the gallery, instead of providing the gallery as a reference, I will refer to these cards. So this is nothing but the HTML 1 height and width dot height, and width will be dot width. Perfect. This container I will align it to left. Yes. Okay, now on visible property of this screen, I'm going to set few variables. Yes, and this is for loading skeleton. Okay. The first variable would be set where loading skeleton comma true. The second variable would be where loading skeleton timer. Just to I will add one timer just to put a delay. So in a real time we don't need to put a timer. Based on the data loading, it will take that much time. The timer I will set it to true. Let me just toggle timer variable here. So I will set it false first and true. So yeah, and then once timer ends, I will set it false, this one. Okay, and this variable I will pass it to all the image controls we just added. Okay, add it in the visible property here, and for this as well, this image property. Oh, perfect. And exactly opposite, we will pass it to the other. So play with visible property, pass the same variable, but just make it add a not in front of variable. Copy the same and use it for this gallery visible. Perfect. In this container, let me add one timer. Yes, I will say timer duration as 4. Yep, and this will start. Okay, this will start once our variable SL timer is true. Okay, and on end of this timer I will set var SL as false. Let me hide this timer. Visible property. Yeah, perfect. Now let's test it out. This will be visible for 4 seconds and this. Yeah. Now let me pass SVG in the image properties of all these three. Yeah. Here I have one SVG with me. Okay. Same with this image. Image. Same SVG. Now let's test it out. If I click on this tab, perfect. This will run for 4 seconds. Let me copy this image 2 more times. Now check. This is horizontal one. Okay. Let me just change make it horizontal. Let me add gap of 20. Yeah, let me replace the image property again with new SVG for these 3 images as well. Perfect. Now test. So if I jump from another tab to this will look like this. If you want to learn how to create this SVG, you can check out one of my videos where I have explained how to create SVG from scratch. So instead of adding rotating loader, we can add this loading skeleton, which looks good. To see how we can create a report in PDF format from Canvas app and download it in one click. Let's see which screen we can utilize for that. So we have this project screen, then Teams, yep, all tasks. Yeah, so we can utilize this screen. So basically we are going to create PDF of this table and provide a download functionality. So let's add a button in this header container. Yeah, I will name it as PDF icon. So let's apply this color palette. Okay, now before we add a function over here, we need to enable option from the settings. Search for PDF and you will find PDF function. Just enable it. Okay, let's use that function in the button. PDF, we need to pass the target. So target could be container or gallery. So let me just identify which container we should use. So this is the parent one, all task table. Let me copy it and paste it over here. Let me save it in the variable var table. Okay, perfect. Let me click on this button and see. Yes, so if you see this variable, it's the data type is blob. So before we download it, let's see PDF view. We need to add PDF viewer just to view this. We will remove this later. So I will pass this variable here. So if you see here, so it is capturing whatever is displayed on the screen. In order to get entire data within that container, we can add one more property in this. So yes, in curly brackets use expand container colon true. My bad, it should be expand containers. Yes, and Now let's check it out. If I click, now I can see all the records within that gallery. Yes, so we are good with this PDF creation. Yes, now we need to see how we can download it. We are going to store this PDF in blob storage and then we will download it from there. So in order to store in the blob, we need to create a Power Automate flow. Let's create one flow here, instant flow. It will be Power Apps trigger, and I will name it as create PDF report. Yes, create. I need one file input here. We need to upload it over blob. So search for blob and click on create blob. I have already created this storage account. Let me use that, and I need to select the path. Yeah, this is my folder path, and in the blob name I'm going to pass content name, and blob content would be content bytes. This will upload a file over blob. So in order to download this file, we need to get a SAS URI. So let's search for blob again, and we need to select this action, create SAS URI by path. Yes, again we need to pass storage account name. Yes, blob path would be the path of this uploaded file, so select this path. Yes, and we need one more action, that is respond to Power Apps. Add text. This is going to be a link, and use this web URL from this SAS action. Yes, then publish. Let's add that flow here. Add flow, create PDF report. Yes, we got this. Now in the PDF button, let's pass this variable. Okay, so let me run that flow. In order to pass the PDF file, we need to break it down in two parts. Okay, write it in curly brackets, content bytes colon this variable comma name colon. I will create a GUID for each PDF name, so every time it will be unique. So let me use GUID as a file name, and we need to add extension as well, so it's .pdf. So content byte will pass content, and on top it will need a name. Perfect. And this we need to save it in variable set var file link comma. Yes, we got this. Now this link we can pass it in the download function, this and dot link. So this is nothing but what we have created in Power Automate. Yes, so let's test it out. If you see, it's got downloaded. If I open this, let me remove this PDF viewer. Yes, now let me try applying a filter. In progress. Yeah, and click on PDF. It is downloaded. Let me open it. Yes, only filter data got downloaded in PDF format. So this is how we can build a report in Canvas app. If you create a new tab called report, So there basically we can stack the different containers with forms, galleries, and we can basically create a dynamic report and provide the convert to PDF and download functionality over there. Let's see how we can implement a real-time notification in Canvas app. Let me create one blank screen here. This is my real-time notification. Let me add one vertical container. Yes, x0, y0. Width will be parent width and height parent height. Here I need one horizontal container. This will be static height of 50, and I need one vertical container, and we'll copy the header again. So we have 3 containers. In the header container I need one text, make it bold, and this is nothing but real-time notification. Yes, this is 18 and flexible width. In the same container header I need one icon. Yes, let's select alert, this one. In the container let me have padding of 20 at the right, 20 from left. Color will be black. Perfect. Here in this container I need one vertical gallery, and in the below one let me add one button. Yes, this is my submit button. Let me just align it right. Perfect. Along with this gallery in the container I need one form, so let me just quickly change the container direction to horizontal, and in the same container I'm going to add one form. Yes, and here in the submit I will need one button called new, just to create a new form, and let me add one gap of 10. So we need 2 tables. One is for to submit some information in this gallery via this form, and another table would be the notification table. Okay, let's create 2 tables in Dataverse. Let me jump to the solution and click on add new table. Click on blank. Yeah, name it sample data. Okay, and view data, this will be my ID column as a primary key. Then I need one column called name, then email and phone. I'm just creating a basic form. Okay, save it. Yeah, we need one more table, so let's click on start from blank, and this is real-time notification. Okay, view data, again this will be my ID, update. Yes. Then I need notification underscore text. Yes, save, and I need one more column called read. Save. So for now let's use these 2 columns. Save the table. Okay, add those tables inside Canvas app. Sample data, and one more is real-time notifications. Yes, we have these 2 tables now. Here add this sample data to the form, name, email and phone. So yeah, perfect. So we have 3 fields. Column 1, yes. On left hand side we will use same sample data. Let's remove all the controls from it and add new controls. In this gallery, let me set template size to 80 and add one horizontal container. Yes, x0 width will be parent width and height will be parent height, parent template height. Yes, here I need 3 texts. Let me copy it 3 times and this will be dynamic. Yeah, and text will be this item dot name and this is this item dot email and this will be this item dot phone. Yeah. This form name is form 4. On click of this new, let's open the new form. Yeah, and on submit form, this one, let's refresh the sample data table. Okay, let's see. New, then text would be low code fx cfx sample.com. Yeah, submit it and this will be visible here. As soon as I submit the data over here and got loaded in this gallery, I should see a live notification here. Okay, so that is our use case. So we need one pop-up here to see the notifications. So we have this one container. On top of it I need one vertical container here. Perfect. Yeah, y property I will set it to 80. Keep width as 500 only, static, and height I'm going to set it to 400. X property parent dot width minus self dot width. Apply color in the background. Let me use a dark color. Okay, this one. And I need one horizontal container. Let me set height as 30. Yes, here I need one icon, and icon would be, let's use this icon, dismiss, and my color would be white. Align this container to the right. Perfect. Remove the shadow of this container. For the X property, let's do -20 to appear here. Adjust Y property to 60. In this vertical container I need one gallery, vertical gallery. Okay, and this I will connect to the real-time notification table. Template size I will set it to 40. Let's remove all the controls from this. Delete. Let's add a horizontal container. Perfect. Need one text. Yes, flexible. Set, make it white text. Yeah, and this text is nothing but this item dot notification text, and this main container is nothing but my pop-up. Pop-up underscore notification. On click of this cross, set one variable where real-time notification pop-up comma false. Okay, and I'm going to set same variable on click of this bell icon, but this time it's true. And this variable we will pass it to the pop-up container on visible property. Perfect. So if I click on this will appear and close, open, close. Now I will play with the background or color. Background color would be if this item dot read is equal to 0, then this one, but 0.2, yes, comma this one. So here I need one red dot. Header container, I need to add one text. Remove the text, and height and width I'm going to set it to 10 and 10. Okay, and let's align this container to the top. Okay, and set this bell icon's height to parent height. Okay, so I add some radius like 20, color red. Okay, in order to bring this dot below, I need to include this in vertical container. So let me just quickly set height and width to 20 and height parent height, and just move this text inside this one and delete the previous one. Perfect. And let me just remove shadow, align this left, and now I can add padding from the top. Yes, so this red dot will be visible if count rows. Okay, filter real-time notification comma read is equal to 0. So if count of this is greater than 0, then this will be visible. In order to refresh this part, I need one timer. Yeah, and this timer I will set duration to 1 and repeat on auto start on. Okay, and on timer end property I'm going to refresh this real time notifications table, so it will refresh with this frequency. Okay, let's hide this timer. Perfect. On submit of this, I'm going to patch record in real time table in curly brackets. Notification text will be new record has been created. Okay, space, and concat it with. Okay, let me just refer to this data card here, data card food dot text bracket close. I need this before this submitted form here, semicolon. Perfect. When I open this and click on close, I need to patch update all the records. Okay, let's use update if. Okay, collection would be real-time notifications, comma, condition is read is equal to 0, and wherever we have 0 we need to update it. So add curly brackets and patch it with 1, bracket close. Perfect. So we are going to update all the records on close. Okay, save it. So if I update new record, test @gmail.com and 12340. Let's submit. It's got created here. So we got that red button. If I click on this, you can see new record has been created, test. And if I close this, yeah, let's try one more. Submit. This will appear here, and you can see that red dot. Click on this, and here this will appear here. Okay, we just need to sort this. So sort this, comma, created on, comma, ascending. Sorry, this should be descending. Perfect. So whatever is latest, it will appear in the this dark color. Let me try add a new one. Test 123 test 123 @gmail.com. Okay, submit. This has been created. We got red dot as well. Click on this, and you can see the dark color which is newly added. Okay, and if I cancel this, this will be gone. So here, if I click again, no dark color is appearing, as we have read all the notifications so far. Let me try creating 2 records, and those 2 records should be these 2 records should be appear in the dark. Okay, submit, new, this is test 2, and submit again. Yeah, so we have this red dot. Click on this, and you can see now these 2 records has been highlighted in dark, so that means these are new ones. If I close this, the red dot will disappear, and click again this one. So if I try reducing the frequency of the timer, let me just do 100 here. Okay, and test it again. New, test 3, 1 2 3, submit. This will appear here. Yeah, even we can reduce it to 1000. So for every 1 second this will refresh. So new, test 4, submit. This will appear. See this, and close. We are submitting it and creating records from this submit button only. Assume that from multiple screens we are updating the records and patching it this notification table. Basically we can create approval flows, approval notifications here. Backend we can add one more column and mention the name, and based on that names we can display those records only here, that, and provide approve and reject button as well. We can add a functionality to export the data in the CSV format. So we will utilize this table, and this table is nothing but our collection. Call all tasks. We will export this in a CSV. Yeah, let me add one button inside this container. Yes, let me set a width to 140 and let's make it secondary. Text will be export to CSV. Yes. Let's utilize this icon. Let me adjust width. Yeah. Height, we need to match it to 40. I will add height as a 40. Yeah, we will call a flow here. So let me create one Power Automate flow from here. Add flow, create new flow, create from blank. I will name it as export to CSV. I will add one text input. This is nothing but my JSON input. This is the text format. I need to convert that into the JSON. So let me add one compose here. Name it as I need to add expression JSON, the bracket, select dynamic content and use the Power Apps input. Okay, this basically converts text into JSON, and that JSON I need to create into the CSV table. So search for CSV table, create CSV table. Yes, so in the input we need to pass that output of the compose. Yes, so we have now CSV table. We need to save it over storage. So I'm going to leverage a blob here. Search for blob, create blob. Okay, I will utilize this and I need to select the path test. Perfect. And in the blob name I will use expression GUID. Yes, and we need to add extension as well, CSV. Content will be our create CSV table output. We have created this file at the blob. Now I need to get a SAS URI. So search for blob and select Azure blob. Here we will find create SAS URI. Yep. In the blob path, we need to select it from dynamic content. So this is nothing but my output of this create blob, and you will find the path over there. So this will create a SAS URI for us. Let's add one more action, Power Apps respond to Power Apps, and here I will pass a text called link, and here we need to select web URL link from the above action. Just save it. Yeah, now this flow has been added here. Let's call it from this button. So I will save the response in the variable called var CSV comma export to CSV run, and here the input should be text. So let me copy the collection name from here. Yeah, and use it here. Since the flow will need a text input, we cannot pass a table variable here, so we need to convert that into JSON, then collection name comma, then select JSON format, ignore unsupported types, then close the brackets. Then here in the response we will get a link, so Let's add a download formula variable here dot link bracket close. Let's test it out. If I click on export to CSV, the file gets downloaded here. So if you see, we downloaded this CSV file. Whatever we see in this table, it's got downloaded. We're going to build this landing page where we have created 4 sections, and within each section we have 4 buttons or navigations. So basically from here we can jump to any of the applications, any canvas app or any screen. So let's get started. Let me add one vertical container, x0 y0 width parent width, height parent height. Yeah, here I will need one title container. I will use horizontal container. Height, I will set height as 70. Yeah, let me remove the padding, and I'm going to add image. Yes, I will make flexible width, and height I will set it to parent height. Yes, in this image property, let me pass one SVG. Yes, I will make it fill. Perfect. And below this I need one horizontal container to add a sections. Insert horizontal container. Yes, inside this I will need one container. I will use this basic container in order to overlap the 2 controls. I will make this width static of 80. Yeah, I will add one HTML control. Yeah, x and y property 0, width parent width, height would be parent height. Yes, and I will need one arrow button here, so just add button and set height and width 1 minute, and set height and width as 30 to 32. Okay, I will bring it at center here. This will be my icon only, and I will use this right arrow, and I will make it transparent. Font size I will set it to 50. Yep, and color would be white. Now I will pass HTML text here. So inside this HTML text, let me pass one code. Yes, perfect. So here if you see, we are using this code. Let me just quickly copy it and use it in the container. Color property, color value in double quotes. Perfect. Add one grid container. This is the new container. We can set all the controls in grid manner. I will need one container, the basic container. Inside this I'm going to add one image. Yeah, I will use X property as 4040. Width will be parent width minus 80, and height will be parent height minus 120. I will need text here. Enter. Width will be parent width. Yes. Height I will set it to 70. Text will be all tasks, make it semi bold. Yep. And on top of these two controls I will need one button. This will be x0 y0 width, parent width, height will be parent height. Let's make it transparent and remove the text. Make sure this button should be on top of these two controls. Yeah, now I'm going to pass one SVG inside this image property. Let me just quickly pass it. Perfect. So basically we will have 4 vertical bars here. In order to set width of this container, I will refer this container, click on make it static width. Width will be parent width minus this container's width into 4, because we are going to have 4 sections, right? And this grid container I will set column value as 2. Yes, then I will add gap of 70 and same with padding 70 from all sides. Color property would be color value double quotes. Perfect. Set this Y property to 170. Yes, and color should be white. Let's add one border with the light color. Yeah, and I'm going to copy this container 4 times. 1, 2 and 3. I will go ahead and replace all the names and icons. Yeah, and 4th image will be this. Now on click of this icon, arrow icon, I will set one variable where tab num comma 1. Okay, and same I will set as a default on visible of this screen. Okay, and this variable we will utilize on visible property of this grid container. So if this will be visible if this value will be 1. Okay, so this will look like this. Okay, now I'm going to copy these two containers 4 times. Control V. So we have 4 pairs basically. So this container, yeah, on click of this button I will set variable 2, and this grid container will be visible if this variable is equal to 2. Same goes here. On click of this button we will set 3, and grid will be visible if value is 3. This is 4, and grid visible property 4. Let's change the titles. This is my dashboard. Third will be documentation, and 4th will be setting. So we are good with this. Let's jump to the dashboard. For dashboard I will use a bit gradient colors. For the container as well, use the same container color. Perfect. And this grid container color as well is the same. Let me use this hex code. This container color, and last one will be this. this, and this, create this. Yeah. So if I jump from another screen to this screen, by default the first tab will be selected. Yeah. Now if you see, you can jump from one to another. Let me go ahead and quickly change all the icons and see. And the last one, this. Yeah. So I have added all the icons here. If you see, for each tab we have different color scheme. Yeah. Documentation, dashboards, and home. This is very useful when we build a central UI where we need to add multiple canvas apps. We are going to learn how to create a responsive design in canvas app. We are going to develop 3 layouts, one for desktop, one for tabs, and one for mobile. We are going to have 2 components, one is for title bar and one is for left navbar. Before we create components, let me change the settings in the display. Make sure the app layout is responsive. Now let's create component. Add component. This is going to be title bar. Yes. For all the layouts, I'm going to keep height as 50 and width will be app dot width. Yes, so this will adapt the width and height will be static as a 50. Now let's add a horizontal container. So in order to create a responsive design, we need to use either horizontal container or vertical container. Yeah, so x would be 0, width parent dot width, height will be parent height. Okay, inside this I need one text and one image. Image height and width I will keep it 40 and 40. Border radius 50. This text I'll set it to flexible width. Yes, perfect. For this, let me add one sample. So here you can display a logged in user image. This is nothing but my title. So responsive layout, bold. Yeah. Add color in the background. My text color would be white. And I need one more component, that is navbar. Height will be app dot height minus just reduce 50. Now width, this is very important that we can play with width. Let me add conditions. If app dot width is greater than equal to 1024, then I'm going to have the width, full width of navbar, that is 120, comma. Let's use this one again. If app width is less than 1024 and app width is greater than 767. If app width is between 1024 and 767, then I'm going to make it 50. It's less than 767, then I'm going to set width at 0. Bracket close, close. App width is this, so we can adjust this part. Let's try 200. Yeah, 200 is good. In order to pull table from defined table which is defined into formulas, we need to turn on this. Yes, this is very important. So let me go through screens, and in the app we have the formulas. Here we need to define the table. So my tabs is equal to table, yes, and within the table I'm going to have id is equal to 1 comma name is equal to home comma screen is equal to, let me take pick from the current ones, so sample. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let me copy this, and we are going to create 4 tabs. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and let me call it about. This is products, this is contact. Okay, let me pick fancy navbar. Here I'm picking up the random streams from whatever available. Now next, progress bar. Then we have custom function. Perfect. One more called icon is equal to icon.home. Yeah, let me add this everywhere. Here I will put globe products list, list, contact phone. Yeah, and if I jump to component here in the navbar, let me have one vertical container first, x0 y0, width will be parent width and height will be parent height. Yes, here inside this let me add one gallery, vertical gallery. Yes, perfect. Let's remove everything within this gallery, and gallery items property I'm going to use tabs here. Yeah, width template size I will keep it 40. Inside this I need one text. Perfect. Here I need one icon. This is the icon property. I will pass it to this item.icon. Yes, and icon color black. Let's pull this, but here, in order to make this responsive, let's grab the formula from here. Yeah, copy this, and on visible property of this I will pass the same formula, and if it's a desktop then I will set it true. For tab view I will make it false, and for mobile view as well I will make it false. This one, copy the same, use it in the icon visible property. This for desktop it's true, for tab it should be true, so let me replace this with true, and for mobile we are hiding it. Perfect. Screen here, and add insert custom title bar. Yes, insert custom navbar, left hand side. Let's set y property to 50. Perfect. Yeah, so here let's play and see. For the tab we have maximum width of 1366, so let's consider max width of 1370, and we will add accordingly. And for mobile it's this one, for mobile 500. Yeah, component, this will be greater than equal to 1370, and same here, and this is going to be 500. Same we are going to apply here, 1370 here as well. For text, change this 500. Yeah, save and jump to the screen, and if I play and jump to Windows, perfect. So for desktop view, you can see the tab names, and if I change it to canvas size, this will only display icons. Same goes with tabs, different tabs, you can see only icon over here. And if I go to mobile, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so if I rotate it this way, for all the mobile views, the navbar will be disappeared. Let's add a cards over here, and we will make them responsive. So insert vertical container, X would be, this navbar 1, dot width, and Y would be 50, as height of this navbar is 50. So, and width will be parent width minus navbar 1 dot width. Height will be parent height minus 50. Yes, and if I apply some color to this, I play, you can see this container will adjust accordingly. Yeah, inside this, let's add one gallery, vertical gallery. Perfect. Let's make it cards. Gallery height and width, I will set it flexible. Width, I will set it to parent width. Yeah, this containers, let's remove padding. Perfect. Let's test how the gallery is responding to multiple layouts. So if I select Windows, this will show this view, and canvas this. Then we have tabs, this one, perfect. And if I see the mobile with rotated this, yeah, this is the problem. So we need, for vertical mobile view, I need to set it to 1. Go back to component and grab that formula, this one. Yeah, and here in the gallery we have this wrap count 3. Click on this and just pass this. So if it's a desktop view, then I'm going to see 3. If it's tab view, then I'm going to see 2, and if it's a mobile, then 1. Perfect. Save and test. Now you can see for mobile wrap count is 1, and for tablet it's 2, and for Windows it's 3. we are going to see how we can set up multiple themes for applications. So let's design one layout. For that I need one vertical container, x0 y0, width will be parent width, height will be parent height. Yes. On the top I need a title bar, so that will be horizontal container, and this should be static width of 60, like this. And inside this I need one text to show title here. I will make this titles width flexible, and also along with this title I need one icon to change the settings from here. Let's have height and width 25 and 25, right? Along with this title container I need one section container, and I will leverage vertical container for that. Inside this I can have a text, width as parent width. I need one gallery, like this. I will connect this with types of keys for now. Let's have a gap between this title and gallery. I will set gap of 20. This title should be bold, and font size I will keep it 25. Let's remove padding of this title container, and let's make height which match to the container height. Let's have some padding at the left and right, 10 maybe, and right 10. And this I will make it font size 20 and semi bold. Let me increase height a bit to 40. When I click on this setting icon I need one pop-up here just to select the theme from. I need to add that container separately. Let me select this screen, and I need one vertical container, this one. I need width of 250. I will keep height of 160. We need to set x property as parent dot width minus self dot width minus 20. Y property I will refer to this icon dot y plus icon dot height plus 20. And in this pop-up I will set background color as white. Okay, and I need two containers. One is vertical container to add a drop down, and one more container that is horizontal container to have two buttons inside it. One is, let's name it set, and copy the same inside this, and this will be cancel, and appearance will be secondary. Align horizontally center, let's have gap of 10. In this vertical container I need one combo box. Width, let's set parent width minus 10. We'll align this container vertically and horizontally center. Select these two containers and remove the shadow. In fact I can align this combo box below of this, right? So it will look like this. All right. Now let's play with visible property of this main container, which is nothing but this, right? Before this, let's set one variable on click of this icon. Set where theme pop-up comma true. Yes, let's copy this, and on click of this cancel button I will pass the same with false and use this variable on visible property of this pop-up container. Visible property will be this. Now if I click on gear icon, you can see this. If I click on cancel, disappear. Alright, I need same formula on set as well. Yeah, and before this set I will pass that selected value to the variables. We will do this in some time. I'm going to use one color for title bar and different color for this section, and also we can set a text color as well. So we will need background color as well as text color for different combinations. On start of the application I'm going to set some variables. Set where dark background, I will say p1 for title, comma color value this is my primary theme when app gets started. Similarly I need dark p2, that is for section. Use this, yeah, copy this too, and so this is about my background. I need dark text as well, so I will say text. So this is going to be text color. Yeah, we'll use white color. This is my setup for dark theme, and similarly I will have a light theme here. So I'm going to replace it with light. This light theme. So on start of the application I'm going to set two themes. One is dark theme and second is light theme. Okay. Let me add some title here. This theme, and I would say this is nothing but my types of keys. As we are maintaining dark and light theme, I need one toggle button inside this container. Toggle. Let me bring left, remove the label 70. Yes, on this toggle let's set variables. On check I will set where theme comma light. Okay, and if it's unchecked, on uncheck it will be dark. And this light one I will set it to on apps on start property. So on top I will by default it will be light one. To refer this variable, this will be checked true. Let's play with background color and text color. Select this text, right, and text I will make fill transparent. Color would be if where theme is equal to light. If theme is light, then my title text color would be where light text p1. Yes, if it's dark, then my where it's dark, then it's going to be dark one. Dark text p1. Copy this, and in the background of this container, title container, click on color and paste the same. This time this will be the background. So yes, for dark as well, this is this text box, but fill property I will set transparent, and yeah, and color property I will use same, but this time it's going to be P2. In all the text boxes in the gallery, so color would be this, same goes here, color would be this. Select below container, and in the color property I'm going to pass same, but this time this is P2 and this is also P2. Yes, I'm going to click on the app, click on three dots and run on start. So ultimately we will have those variable set. So here you can see this theme. Let me just go and play. If I turn off this, I should see a dark theme, again a light theme, dark theme. We are good with light and dark. So in order to have this drop down value on visible property of the screen, on visible I will set one collection. Yeah, so if you see this collection, the collection name is called themes, and it consists of theme title, then whatever we set as dark and light, it will carry different colors for each theme. So let me refer this color theme in this combo box, right? So combo box data source would be that color theme. Okay, use distinct of the source comma theme. Let me just check this, resolve the error dot value. So if I click on this drop down, I can see those, but here I'm able to check multiple themes, but it should be single selection. Just turn off this allow multiple selection off. Yes, we can select only one theme at a time. In order to set selected value to this uh, theme variables, we need to add that. Let me bring the below one, this set, and copy it and paste it over here on set button. I will paste that. All right, now I'm going to refer this combo box 1 in order to get that details and pass it over here. So this is my dark background for title. Let me just add lookup right to the source called themes comma theme would be combo box dot selected dot value, and this one. Let me copy this and pass it here. This is my P2. Okay, so we have all the values in place. Let's test it out. If I select this and royal purple set, I got the purple theme first. This is the light theme as the toggle is on. If I turn off, I got dark theme. Turn on, And if I select another one, sunset orange, set, I got this theme. If I turn off, I got the light one, dark one on, and we have another last fourth theme set, this one off. Okay, if I remove this light and provide the themes dark one to the main container, our screen fill property, I will use the dark theme and let's test it out. So this is my dark theme. If I turn on the light theme, I can see this. And if I jump to the ocean blue set, I got this. Turn off, I got the dark one. In fact, if I keep the dark theme on and go to the royal purple set, I will get dark one. I can switch back to light. Switch to orange. Okay, let me try changing this collection entirely. So let me replace with different one, as well as I will pass the color property of the text to this gear icon just to adapt the theme color. So if I click on this and change different set of colors, charcoal, let's try that. All right, on, off, we have got deep purple, we have got coffee brown. Yeah, looks good. So we are going to see input and output property of components. So here we are going to develop one dialog box. We create one component here. Yes, rename it to dialog box. Width will be app dot width and height will be app dot height. Yes, I'm keeping components height and width as per the application width and height. I'm going to fill it with transparent. I'm going to add a container, vertical container, x0 y0, width will be parent width and height will be parent height. Yes, and inside this I want a dialog box, so this use vertical container. Let's add one vertical container. I'm keeping height and width static, right? Height I will set it to 400, width I'll set it to 800, and the main parent container I will align it center vertically and horizontally. Parent container I'm going to provide a color, this one, and opacity to 20. Okay, and this container let's fill it with white color. Okay. Inside this I need two text box and two buttons. So let me add one vertical container and one horizontal container. Okay, the horizontal container's height I will keep it to 80. Yes, and here I need 4 text boxes. Align this vertically center, and here in this I need 2 buttons. Okay, align center and put gap of 20. Perfect. So this is my basic setup. Now if I click on this, on right hand side you can see custom properties. Click on new property and name it as title. Okay, title, description, title, and property type would be data. This is input, and data type is text. Okay, let's click on create. So we have title as an input property. Now I need another property called big question. I will keep description as question only, and this is again input text. Create. For now let's have two input properties only. Okay, so let me remove two text boxes from here. Yeah, first text box, I will set height to 40, font size will be 20, then I will make it bold. Yeah. Let's align this text to center. For this let me set height as 100. Yes, and width I will set it to parent width minus 40, font size 20 only. For title let's increase font size to 25 maybe, and height to 50. Yes, increase a size of this container a bit, 80 to 100. Just select both the containers and remove the shadow. Okay, as we have set up these two properties, input properties, let me assign this here in the text. So here dialog box dot title, this is nothing but my question dot question. Now we need to create output property, so let's click on new. Here response, yes, and description would be same, response, property type data, and here definition would be output, type text, create. And again this button would be yes button, and second one is no. Let me quickly change the appearance to secondary. Okay, and click up this yes. I'm going to set where response comma in double quote yes, bracket close, copy the same in the no, where response I will set it to no, and this variable I'm going to use it in response property of this dialog box. Let's use this where response. Okay, so whatever we click it will pass it through this response. Addition to this, in order to play with visible property of dialog box component, we need two more properties. So let's add s on select, yes, and property type would be event, and return data type is text. Create. We need one more, that is no on select, yes, and this is again an event, data type would be text in the return. Yeah, so we have two events, and in order to link these two events to these buttons, let's call them here dialog box dot s on select, just open the brackets. So basically we are calling that event here. Similarly, for the no button we are going to call no on select. Now jump to the screens. Here is our screen, and let me quickly create a basic screen. Vertical container, right, x0 y0, width will be parent width, height will be parent height. Inside this I need vertical containers, basically three vertical containers here, and these two, first and last, I will make set height as a 60. Perfect. Here let's add text. This text is nothing but my title. Align left. Okay, let's make it bold, and I need input, text input, right? Let me copy this two and paste it here. And second is my question, height to 40, width 900. Let me copy this one more time. This is my output. Okay, I will display output in here, right? So this is my basic stuff. So we need to add our component separately. So let's click on insert and custom dialog box. In this main screen, we need one button to submit. On click of this button, let's set where dialog box comma true. Set one variable to pass this input text to the dialog box. So we will use variable where title comma in text input to dot text. Okay, in same way, let me just quickly copy this, and this is my where question, and just go one. Okay, so we have got these two variables here on submit of this button. Let's pass those variables to the dialog box where title where question. So if you see on submit, we have set this variable as true. Okay, let me copy this, and if you see in the dialog, we have created two events, that is yes on select and no on select. So we will set this same variable as false. So this is the beauty of event. I will set same on this property, yes, and this is what the variable we will pass the visible property of this dialog box. Paste. Yeah, let's test it out. If I say this save changes and if I submit, yes, I got this as title, and this is what we have set as a question. And if I click on yes, I got a output response as yes. Let me adjust a height a bit. Height of this container, parent container 1, let me set it to 300. Yep, yes. We are going to see how we can build a AI model where we can train a model with multiple samples and consume it in Power Apps. So let's get started. Let me set up a screen. So here I will need one vertical container. Yeah, this is x0 y0. Then width will be parent width and height will be parent height. Here I need one title container, horizontal container. This horizontal container I will set it height of 60. Yeah. And same I will copy one more time. Yeah, so this is title, below is the footer, and this is nothing but my main section. So I will make it flexible height. Yeah, in the top I need one text, will be AI builder model. Let's make it bold. Yeah, so this is again a horizontal container. Let me add two vertical containers. Yeah, one, and copy the same in the horizontal container. So we have two sections. On left hand side I will display a PDF, and on right hand side I will display the extracted values out of it. Now let me add one PDF viewer. So this will appear on top of all the containers. So basically we cannot include this control within any container, so we will put it here only, like this. First section container, I need one attachment control, which I will copy from, I do have this already, attachment control here. So let me copy this attachment control and use it here in this container. Perfect. Let's set colors. Let me align this to left hand side. Perfect. And along with this I need two buttons. So instead of making it vertical, I need to make it horizontal because I need two buttons here. So let me grab button. Yes, one more button and add a gap of 10. Perfect. We need to set this width, yeah. And this will be my submit button, and this will be reset. For it is, yeah, reset button I will make it secondary. Yeah. And I will set this attachment limit to 1. Yeah, we will reset this control on this reset button. So let's add reset function, pass this control's name. Yes, and this one, PDF viewer, I will pass this control dot attachments. To add first this attachments bracket close dot value. Let's see, download. Yeah, let me attach one folio here. Yes, you can see on right hand side I will display one form. Okay, and for that I need to create one table. Fields we need here, so we have hotel name, then hotel address, hotel phone number, then email ID, yeah, then guest name, folio number, check-in date, checkout date. Okay, then we have this charges descriptions and grand total. So we'll capture those values. Now we are in the solution. Let me create one table from here. Click table, start from blank. Yes, make it AI builder view data. Yep, first column would be ID. Yes, update. This will be my primary key. Add new column. Second would be my hotel name. Save. Next would be hotel phone. As we are scraping, we need to set all the data types to text. This is very important. If you set a data type to a particular validation, sometimes it will be difficult to scrape the data in the right format. So AI builder might fail to scrape in the right format. So yeah, it's better to keep it in text format only. Then we have hotel address. then hotel email, save. Then we have guest name, check-in date, save, and we have checkout date. So if you see, these are the details from the header of the PDF, and for line items we have multiple line items for one PDF, so we will keep two tables separate. So this is my header table, so let me call it as AI builder underscore header. Yes, save it. We have this AI builder header table now. Now I'm going to add one more table for line items. So this will be my AI builder underscore lines. Yeah, view data here as well, and I will make it line ID. Then we will add date, save, then description, save, then charges, save. Yeah, save. We forgot to add one column here. If you see in line tables, we don't have any reference column from the header, so we need that as well. So let me quickly add one more column, and this column would be header underscore ID. So based on this header table ID, we can easily identify the line items from which PDF. So we are good with two tables. Let's build UI on top of it. So let me add those tables here. Add data, AI builders, header, and AI builder lines. Yes, we got them. In right section, this is my vertical container. Here I need to display those things. So if I add a text on top, this will be my header. Align this container to left. Perfect. Make it bold. I need a form to display those extracted data. So this is my AI builder header. So in this container we have text and form. I need one more text to display the lines. So this is nothing but my lines. Yes, and below this I need vertical gallery. This one. This is again linked to AI builder lines. Perfect. I need a header, so above this I need one horizontal container as well to display the header. This will be above the gallery, and height I will set it to 40. Yes, let me remove these controls from the gallery. All the controls, remove it. Perfect. In this, let's add text. The first one would be date. Copy the same 3 times. Yes, this is nothing but description, and this is charges. Yes, I will set this middle one's width a dynamic so that it will capture all the container. Select these 3, make it semi bold. Perfect. Here as well, let's set template size as 40. Yes, inside this add same horizontal container. Perfect. X0 width will be parent width. Yeah, and here I need to add text. 1 2 3. Let's refer to the header to this container's width. So dot width. So if you change the header's width, automatically the column's width got changed. Apply it for this as well. Same, this dot width. Perfect. This gallery is connected to lines, so we can refer easily to the values. So text would be this item dot date. Description would be this item dot description, and charges would be this item dot charges. Yeah, let me just quickly check the fields we selected here. We don't need this. Remove status we don't need. ID I don't want to show. Yeah, these are the details. Perfect. Save. So whenever we are going to submit this, first thing we will do is we will create ID, your unique ID. So let's set one variable where ID, yes, comma, I will generate a GUID, unique GUID every time. Yeah, and the same ID we will use to filter out the data here, this one. And after this we are going to call one Power Automate flow which will link to the AI builder. So this will we will add this later on, and this variable for now I'm going to utilize in the filtering out the data. So here if you see, the data source is this, and item I will set it to lookup. The data source would be same, that is AI builder header, comma, then ID is equal to this whatever we generated here, this one. So let's close the bracket. There is error, it's because of the data type. So ID column is our text column, so this where ID should be a text. So let me just convert this to text. Yes, now if you see that error gone, so we have the same data type for both the columns, both the entities. Okay, same variable we are going to pass it here, and this time instead of passing the entire data set we will filter it out. Filter this, comma, header ID is equal to this variable. Sorted. Now we have a UI setup here. Let's jump to the AI model thing. On left hand panel there is one tab called AI models. Click on that and you will find multiple options. So we can build a prompt model, and second one is document processing, invoice processing. Similarly we have multiple categories. So we will build a document processing here from the scratch. Yes, click on create model. Yeah, let me just quickly rename it to AI builder model. Rename. So first page consists of 3 options. First one is fixed template documents, then we have general documents and invoices. Yep. So as we are going to process hotel folios, so this will be the fixed templates. So click on that. Yeah, and next. If you see on left hand side there is kind of multiple stages of model building, and we are at second stage. So here we need to define which fields we need to extract from. So whatever we have added in the data tables, we need to create those fields here. So let me click on text fields. So this is the hotel name, our first field. Done. So in the drop down you can see there are multiple validations. So multiple data types are available. The document is not clear, or it's not well formatted, so it's good to have a text field. Second would be hotel phone, my bad, telephone. Then we have hotel. Yes, these are the header fields. Now in order to scrape lines, we need to select the table. So whenever we have a table, we need to create that. So table is nothing but my lines table. Yes, column 1, edit this, and this is going to be my date, confirm. Then description, add, and then charges, add. Yes, so we have got 3 columns done. Yeah, so whatever we design in a tables, same things we need to define at the start of data model. Next, so this is very important thing as far as AM builder is concerned, AM model is concerned. So this is very important to have a different collections for each format. So for example, we are receiving folios from 10 different hotels, and there are 2 different formats they are using. So 5 hotels are using one format and 5 hotels are using another format. So it's good to have a single collection for one format for those 5 hotels, and make sure the format is exactly same. There is not even single field is mismatch within the format. We need to train this model with at least 5 samples, yeah, and maximum 20 samples. If you train the model with multiple maximum samples, then you will get a better accuracy. Basically, let me create the first collection, that is, so this is my first calculation is for format 1. I'm going to add 5 documents inside it. Let me select it from my device. Let me click on next. So we are at tag documents stage, where we need to tag each and every field, each and every required field from the PDF. And on the right hand side you can see the collection of the PDFs, yes, with the status as it's pending. And below that we have fields whatever we defined in the first stage, and this is the our table. Yeah, so we are going to tag these fields one by one. In order to tag this entire you know hotel name, we can just simply drag and select this. And once you draw a rectangle here, you will get a chance to select which field you have selected. So this is nothing but hotel name on right hand side. So this got checked as this has been tagged. So here if you see, this is the hotel name. Yeah, next is phone number. Let me just quickly select this part, and this is my hotel phone. Perfect. Second is email. So if you see, if there is a continuous text, then it will give a chance to select that much. Yes, this is email. Hotel address, this one, and you can see that selected value at the top. So this is the address. On right hand side you can see the progress. Then guest name, this is my guest name. Then check-in, checkout date, check-in date, and this is the checkout date. So no need to select the this much area, you can select this big and it will automatically crop to the text. Perfect. So header part is done, you can see. And for table part, this is bit important. So instead of selecting the headers, you can exclude that header part, and here you can select this. And once we select the table, we need to click on this. If you see, we don't have dates in this folio, so we can leave it blank. Yeah, so in order to add rows, if you can see that horizontal line here, basically we need to separate these using the click. So if I go ahead and click for each row, it will separate out all the things. Yeah, in order to make a vertical sections, press Ctrl tab and click on this too. Yeah, so now we have 5 rows and 3 columns. Click on this and define this is what column this is about. So this is my description and this is my charges. As soon as we map the columns, you can see that information on right hand side. So date column is not there, so basically we cannot tag that. You can leave it blank. Done, click on done. So yeah, so this lines is done. Once we tag all the fields whatever we defined, we can see that check mark that this document is done. Same thing we need to do it for another document. Let me do it quick. This is my mobile. Sorry, I tag it wrongly, so let me remove this. Yes, we need to be specific about selection. This one will be my email. This is my address, guest name, check-in date, checkout date. Yes, this is my table lines, and on second time you will see already created columns here. Just we need to segregate the rows. Yeah. Yeah, so we have tagged all the 5 documents here, and now we can go to the next. These are the fields, list of fields, and how many samples examples we have within the all the tagging part. Let me click on train. You see here, this is the status is training. This will take several minutes to complete the model. If you see now, the status is trained, so our model got trained. If I open this model, here you can see 2 options, publish and quick test. I will go ahead and click on publish. So yeah, now it's ready to use. Let me just quickly add Cloudflow. This will be instant. Name will be AI builder underscore flow. Power automate triggered flow. Create. Yep. Here we will get a file, PDF file, PDF, and we will get ID, and I'm going to add AI builder. Click on AI builder, document processing, process documents. Yes, from here we can select the model. So this is what we have built just now. Form, we are going to use PDF documents. Form will be PDF which we are passing through the Canvas app. Yeah, now we are going to save the header part first to the dataverse. Let me add a new row in the dataverse. Select AI builder headers table first. Perfect. Show all. Yeah. In the ID, I'm going to pass the ID which we are passing from the Canvas app. Yes, here. Check-in date would be, we are going to use the check-in date text. New row header. Perfect. Similarly, we are going to add new row for the table lines. Show all. Yeah. Add new row lines. Here inside header ID, I'm going to use the same ID from Canvas app. Yep. And charges, search for charges text. Yeah. So basically included in the loop automatically, as there will be a multiple lines. For each line it will create a new loop. Line ID, in the line ID we will pass the expression as GUID. Okay, perfect, and click on save. And now we are going to utilize this flow in the Canvas app. This I need to add that flow here. Add flow, AI builder flow. Yeah, so we have got this flow added. Now in the submit button here, we need to call that flow, AI builder flow dot run. The first would be ID. If you see here, it's asking for ID. Copy this, we will pass the same ID here. And file, we need to pass two parameters. First is open the curly bracket and pass name, sorry, colon. I will pass GUID for now. Yeah, and we need to concatenate it with .pdf. Yes, perfect. And second parameter is content bytes, colon. We need to use same formula as we have for this PDF viewer. Just copy this and pass it in the content bytes. Close the curly bracket 2 times and 1 bracket for flow. So basically for file we need to pass these two parameters. Quickly add a refresh button. This will be flexible width 20 from right, button refresh. We will add formulas like reset the gallery. The gallery will be my gallery 4, then reset form 3, and we will refresh data source AI builder header and refresh AI builder lines. Yeah, we are going to refresh these two controls and refresh the datasets. Let's test it out. If I submit this and click on refresh, yeah, address, email, then hotel phone is available, check-in date, checkout date. Let me try another file. This is different one. Let me submit, and if I refresh I can see the respective data. If I zoom, this is the phone number which is matching, email ID, then guest name, perfect, check in, check out, then we have these descriptions here. Yes, perfect. So this is how we can utilize AI builder model inside Canvas app. Basically, we can scrape data from any PDF with defined formats. If you get a new format, then you have to retrain the model with that new format with some samples. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.